Starting with 112 carats, a little bit over 112 carats. The stone looks very, very clear inside, and it seems to be a bit on the yellowish, but in some places it looks like it's just clear. There's no color inside. That color seems to be only on the surface. It's like it's been stained by rust or something, wherever it was, in the sand or in the soil, and it seems to be stained. And I'm making space for the table theirs and also for the dopstick, and it seems the more I cut in, the deeper I go, the stain goes away. So yeah, it is just a surface stain. Yeah, there you can see that. I haven't really decided which cut I'm gonna make. I just need to clean the stone and start to pre-shape it. Shape it in the form, just leave it as much as possible in its natural form and then take it from there. And there you can see all the stain is gone. The external discoloration is all gone. Once I clean through the stone, that's it. It's just crystal clear, and it's really, really clean inside. Like there's no rags, there's nothing inside. It's just pure clean. I hope I can cut a good stone with this. You guys know I'm cutting on my own homemade faceting machine, and the amount of work it took to make this machine and the length of time. I started building this machine, I'd say 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. As soon as COVID started, I started building this machine, and it's still not completely finished yet. Almost, but not completely. And it's unbelievable. It's amazing. And the work that went into it to make it is really unbelievable and amazing. I'm starting to cut the girdle. I've decided I'm going to make a sort of almost like an emerald cut, step cut, but again, I still haven't defined the edges yet, or yeah, I haven't really defined anything yet. I'm just gonna let the stone's natural angles show me what to do and how to do it. I should mention I'm using a new type of glue instead of the two-part epoxy that keeps that, as you saw in my previous videos, the stones keep falling off. Matt's corner, Matt, who's a gemstone cutter on YouTube, I watch his videos and I learned something. Well, I learned a lot from the guys I watch on YouTube. Few of them, well, 3 of them actually. Matt is one, and I did learn how to glue with super glue and baking soda, and that seems to work. Oh my god, it is very, very good way. Now, this is the first stone that I use this type of glue. I hope it's not going to be hard to transfer it without, I don't want to heat the stone too much, or to transfer to do the crown after I finish with the pavilion. So we'll see how that works. I'm all done with the girdle, or for now, I'm all done with the girdle. I just want to see which angle to cut the first main facets. I'm gonna try different angles and see which one works best. I won't know that till I start, simply because I'm following the stone's own geometry and its own corners and things like that. So let's see how that goes. I'm admiring my machine and my work here, how solid the machine is and how precise. And all these handmade parts that I made. So the angle stopper, that screw that you saw, that little handle, that's to tighten the angle. That's the fine tuning of the angle stopper right there. And that's the, well, that's where the fork holds the hand here. Well, I don't know what to call them, but and that's the angle, that's the index key that I had cut. I made 4 different index keys and my own horrible welding. I'm a really bad welder, but it works. It's solid and it's not gonna go anywhere. Well, here you can see I'm cutting the girdle again because first set of angles did not work out. I had to redo it. I'm gonna redo it a little more, refine it. But I have to recut the girdle because I had to change the angles again. But this now seems to be okay. Let's see what happens. So I moved, originally started cutting at 60 degrees, the first facets, and well, slowly went up to 60 and then slowly went back down to 54. And I'm leaving it at 54 for the first tier of facets on the pavilion. And then I'm moving up slowly by 3 or 4 degrees. And finally, I think I got the right angles. And every time I change angles, I have to redo the girdle a little bit. So the stone is slowly shrinking, but finally I got it. I think it's working out okay. I'm gonna leave it like that now. And just finish the pavilion with those angles on the girdle and those angles on the first tier, second tier, third tier. I think I'm gonna do both 4 tiers or 5 tiers. We'll see what happens. But finally it's working, and I can see the stone inside is super clean, unbelievably clean. And here I made a big boo-boo. I don't know what the hell made me do it. For some reason, I was afraid that the stone the dop is gonna might loosen up. This always happened before from the quill, and I tightened the screw and it made the stone move by tightening the screw. Like the whole dop moved a little bit, shifted just slightly, but it shifted all. But I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna continue. Well, maybe I might recut it, but not yet. It's too early to see because it's looking really okay. It's just I can see the angles are now off a bit. I have to use the cheater a little bit here and there. Well, but I'll see what happens. Yes, definitely the stone shifted. My angles are off slightly, and I have to adjust with the cheater, like slightly, ever so slightly, but ever so slightly when it does make a difference. And I'm trying to be as precise as possible because now I have this beautiful machine that can cut precise, and I go ahead and I don't want the hulking over me. Tighten it. Should tighten it way before I start cutting. Make sure it's tight and good, so I don't have to move it after I start cutting. And I didn't follow my own advice. So I'm almost done with the pavilion. It looks nice. It looks really okay. Time to take it off soon and transfer the dop so I can do the crown. And we'll see what happens. But it's looking really good. Again, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the part 2 of this video.